G'day guys and gals. So today we're going to be working through Kirara's Paradox Sim. My Kirara, just for the sake of knowing where we're at, is E260. My apologies in advance for that. She does have a second story event, so I have mine at E260. Too far. I've taken her module off, so we don't need to worry about whether or not you need a module. Obviously, the module will always make it easier. We're going to be using the second skill for this particular clear. So I have no specialization skills, max potential, and that is about it. Now, if this gun helps you clear this through, guys, please leave a sub, helps me out a bunch, and I always appreciate that. And I do Arknights streams on Twitch on Mondays, so be sure to check that out. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can place Kirara here facing up. You can face Kirara here facing this way, that way. I'm going to place my Kirara facing off this way to the right. But we're going to start off by placing Utage here facing off to the right. Now, Utage's skill, we're going to cycle just about on, well, minus this first time, we're going to cycle it on her actual cycle. Kirara, as I said, facing up here. And we're basically waiting for gramophones to cycle. So I'll fast forward this. You need to keep an eye on your Utage. That's going to be super important. Use that skill on Utage. Try and be reasonable with your Utage skill cycle. That is probably the most important thing I can suggest to you guys. You need to really keep Utage alive. So, skill cycle, don't worry about these enemies, just let them go. They've got to do one full cycle, and then the second time they'll come through the middle and up. So don't freak out. Now you're going to see here, a second group's going to come out about the same time these guys are through. So we're just going to use Kirara's skill here and get as much damage on as many of these enemies as we can. Now, I find that facing Utage off to the right here helps with that, just because her attack range is a little bit more convenient. That's my opinion. Other opinions may vary. Fast forward this again until we are ready to go again. So, Utage, skill cycle, first major group of enemies are going through, but as you can see, Utage's gramophone is good to go. I'm just going to kill these enemies because I want to make sure that as few of these enemies are running around as possible, because I really want the damage on these guys. And obviously if there's less trash running around, then hopefully, we can get as much damage on the big enemies as possible. I will fast forward this again. And once again, we're just waiting for Utage to do as much damage as humanly possible. Now, Utage does not do arts damage as it is in this particular setup, which kind of sucks because it would help, but be generous with Utage. Don't leave a chance for crits. The gramophones will do the job you need them to do, so don't stress. So I will fast forward this, and I'm going to leave Kirara here. Don't use this skill just yet. Because what's going to happen is we're going to have a whole bunch of enemies just sort of piled up in one particular area for Kirara. So here's the first enemy that's on his way out. So they'll come through this center lane when they're on their way out. And that's how you know. So I'm going to use Kirara's skill here because I want, again, to get rid of as many enemies as I can. That's the important part. So that's a whole bunch of trash enemies gone. So I'll fast forward this again. And this is pretty much going to play itself out from here. So I hope that helps out, guys.
Mission accomplished. クエスト達成。